Hi, I'm Carrie Kerpen, and this is season 6 of The Exit Whisperer, where I tell you all the tales of women-owned businesses and their exits.
Walking down the street, thinking about her exit, breaking down the steps so every founder gets it. She's the exit whisperer, she's opening the door. It started with a whisper, now that whisper's gonna roar. She just sold her company, and here you get the real story. Shh, you could be next. Walking down the street, thinking about her exit.
It's a new season. As always, when I have a new season, I provide new updates on my own journey as we build the Whisper Group in public. And boy, have I got some updates for you. First, it's very clear that we tapped into a movement. I think women who were building these businesses did not feel like they were understood when it came time to work towards an exit. And that exit could be anything. It could be when they're time to pass it on to an employee, when it's time to sell and take in PE money, or when it's time to have a full transfer. Like, they just didn't feel like there was somebody there who had been in their shoes in a deep or meaningful way. And I think we've really tapped into that. So we can see that. And we see that by the number of women that are coming to us. We've expanded our advisors. And so we have lots and lots of different categories of business that we can help. And it's been going really, really well. So that's the first part. We've tapped into a movement. The second part is a really big announcement. I recently selected and onboarded a co-founder in Maggie Lord. Maggie founded Rustic Wedding Chic and was one of my very first podcast guests back in the summer of 24. And let me tell you something. It has been such a joy to find somebody to build a business with. And I want to bring this back to you because I want to think about what this means for you. I took my time when deciding who I was going to have as a co-founder of this business. I resisted the urge to instantly fall in love. I resisted the urge to bring someone on immediately because I was lonely or scared. And I waited, and I wanted to make sure that the person was right. And so I started working with Maggie pretty quickly after the podcast and started testing stuff. She was actually one of my first advisors. I think she was the first advisor through the Whisper Group advisory practice. And what I realized was she just had the stuff. She was willing to put in the work. She was a true partner. When I panicked, she was calm. When she panicked, I was calm. We had different skill sets. We had the same vision. And so all of that to say, these are the things that you should look for when you're looking for a co-founder. I've heard many, many horror stories, and I was really scared. The only co-founder I've ever had in my life is my partner in life, my husband. So it was really scary and really hard. And I feel like it's one of the best decisions that I've ever made. And so I'm so happy to have a co-founder with me in this journey. And we've got a lot of upgrades, okay? Not only do we have this set, we have fantastic merch, which you yourself can get at whispermerch.com. We've got all of the merch for exited female founders. And we also have made a really important choice, which is that the majority of our podcasts will be filmed in person. There's a couple of reasons for that, right? Like, if you're watching on video, you want that real experience, but also nothing beats in-person connection. And when I'm staring across, looking right at a founder when they're telling their stories of their exits, a lot of times I'm going to get a lot more vulnerability. And so I'm so excited to be in person with you. The third update from the Whisper Group is that we are expanding into brokerage. When it came to brokerage, I really didn't want to get into it unless I felt really, really confident that I was going to be able to get these women top dollar. And now I do, because I've onboarded Molly McCartan. Molly McCartan is building out our brokerage practice using our advisors. Everyone who's already sold a business and is interested in brokerage. She is doing all of the trainings, the certifications, and everything that is needed to be able to get these women who've already done this incredible work, the credentials that they need and deserve to be able to take someone else's business and do the exact same thing. I'm so proud of Molly for building out that infrastructure, and I know that we are going to do great things with this. And here's one of the things that I love about this for us. Like, because I've already exited, Maggie's already exited, like, we don't have a need to grow for growth alone. It really, like, we're in no rush. So for us, it is much better to be selective about the clients that we take on for brokerage than to just take anybody on. And so for our program, what we're focused on is looking at the people who we know are exit ready, who we know we can get across the finish line, and being really selective about who we onboard in that space. I'm so excited about this new venture. I'm so excited to have Molly on board. I'm so excited to have added advisors. And I'm feeling really great about it all. Now, I know I told you, let's start with what's good. I'll tell you what's bad. As you grow, you take on incremental expenses, you take on incremental scale. And, as somebody who was really trained in the mindset of like scarcity versus abundance, it still scares me. I still have to undo all of those patterns, all of the patterns of, am I making the right investment? Are we going to run out of money? Is this not going to work? And that is really the biggest piece, I think, that could hold us back. I really think that. I think that I am going to have to be fearless and really eliminate my unnecessary risk aversion. I'm not saying we don't take calculated risk, calculation is good, but being afraid of risk and having that inherent in your system, that's something that you just have to push through. And I tell founders this all the time, but I have to remind myself of that. And so I think that's one thing that I think is really challenging, is avoiding that kind of scarcity mindset and knowing that we can move forward in spite of it. And I think the other thing that is really hard is reminding myself that it's not all about me and it's not only me who can help these women do this. I have a large team now of advisors and collective members who are willing to do the work. And so one of the hardest things for me is not falling in love with every single female business owner I speak to and insisting that I work with them personally, because I can't grow the business if I do that. And so basically the good is really good. The bad is the bad that we all experience, extracting ourselves from the business, changing our mindset, and really focusing on that. And I think the sky's the limit, for what we can do. And so I'm really excited. I'm excited about the business. I'm excited for this season. We have some amazing guests, you guys. I can't even tell you. It's like really, really wonderful. And I'm excited for all of you. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget you can order merch. Don't forget to call us at the Whisper Group if you ever need us. And we're out. Here we go. Season 6.